Welcome to our webinar on Friday, the 9th of September 2020. My name is Sebastian Bode, and as always, I would like to welcome all participants from all over the world, as well as my colleagues Claudius and Dirk from our service office in Bautzen and from home office. Hello, Claudius.
Hello, and many greetings to the webinar today.
Thank you, Claudius, and hello, Dirk.
Hello together. Best greetings and wishes from Dessau, together with Weimar, the home of the Bauhaus architecture.
Thank you, Dirk, and thank you for the sentence. Thank you
for promoting. Yeah, thank
you. for your promoting, for your self-promoting. Thank you. The two colleagues are today here to answer all your questions, and those who have followed our webinars before are already familiar with the operations, but we know that every time also new spectators are here, and so I would like to explain it again how it works. Depending on which device you use, for this I mean iPad, Windows Surface, and so on, you have the possibility to contact us via the question window. You can simply write your question in the webinar app and send it to us. The questions are not visible for the public and will be answered from the colleagues directly to you and sent back only to you. If we have some questions of the same kind more frequently, we will try to include them in our webinar. And please write us also if you have problems with the sound and or with the picture quality and so on. And therefore, a small tip in advance: if you have problems with the quality of the sound, please use the possibility to transmit the sound via telephone, or take a look if other devices or services are running on your computer, or what your colleagues are doing, if they are watching Netflix, and so on and so on. Also, please stay with us after the webinar so that we can deal with all your questions also afterwards. We will then only switch off the microphones, but we can communicate with you via chat and question window. And the most of you know it, as always, we will record this webinar and it would be available shortly on various platforms, such as our help page, help.orgadata.com, and our YouTube and Vimeo channel. Okay, but now let's go into the content of today. In the year 2017, my former colleague Henning Wagner has already taken up the topic of the PVC elements in LogiKal, and that was 3 years ago, and I have looked what is new and if he has already covered the topic really completely. So, and also the webinar from 2017 starts with which supplier you can use here in LogiKal. There were a few, but of course we were busy and have expanded the selection of possibilities for you. And I don't want to name them all now, but if you are interested in specific suppliers and systems, please contact us and we can say to you if the construction with the profiles of the supplier is possible here in LogiKal. Yeah, but there's one thing which interests me very, very much, and this is who of you is already working in the PVC area with LogiKal. And therefore, I've prepared a short survey here, and this I want to start now. And would be nice if you participate here. And the question is if you are already using LogiKal for the construction of your PVC elements. And it would be nice if the colleagues of Orgadata would not participate here, so that we can see only the customers here. And I look how much are participating here, and we have also today more than 50 participators, and thank you for that you take the time to watch the Orgadata webinar. Yeah, and I will take nearly 1 minute for the survey, and it would be great if more of you take part here. And yeah, so I take nearly 5 seconds and then I will close here the survey. Yeah, okay. Now we'll close it here. And now I want to show you the result. And yeah, the result is 26% of you are using LogiKal for PVC windows and doors. And I hope that I can give you some nice tips and tricks and some nice functions which can make your everyday working with LogiKal much better. 47% of you are constructing PVC elements, but not with LogiKal. And there I hope that I can show you how easy and how good it is to make this with LogiKal. And also 26% of you are not working with PVC windows and doors. Yeah, and there I hope I could show you something which is also interesting for you. So yeah, thank you for participating, and I would say I would close here the survey and change now to LogiKal. And yeah, but where do we start today? And if you are building aluminum elements, then you know that the window hardware is directly in the database of the profile suppliers. And yeah, you can start directly with it. This is not the case in the most data sets of the PVC suppliers. And there's one very simple reason for this. The reason is your flexibility. Let's imagine that you build PVC windows and doors with profiles from ReHAL. Then you want to be able to decide by yourself which hardware you want to use. If you want to use hardware from Roto, from Winkhaus, or many others. And for this reason, in the most databases, as in ReHAL, there are no hardware in this data package. And you would stumble over this if you start here, like me, with a normal window. And we start here with a normal window. And it's nothing special here. Most of you which are using LogiKal, perhaps in the aluminum part, knows it. Can create here very easy your geometry, and we take this here away, this profile, and then it's here in Germany it's a very normal kitchen window. So everything automatically from the system preferences, and then we can go here in the hardware part. And normally you see here nothing, but in this example I decided that I would want to show you today window hardware from Roto. And here I can set this. And you can decide which hardware you want to use. And then it is inside LogiKal, and then you can use only these hardware parts. And don't worry, to bring in the hardware, the window hardware, that's very easy. You do not need any extra training or take a lot of time for it. It's so easy that I can show it to you here today, here and now, when I finished here the position. First of all, we have to set up here a new supplier. So for this, you go here in the part of the user database in LogiKal, and you can add here a new supplier. And in this window, you see much information are needed, but you do not have to add everything here. Important that you add here in supplier code and shortcut for the supplier's description. I take here the long name of the supplier, again the short name, and important is also that you check here is hardware supplier. And then you can save it, close it, and then you see here the supplier. And if you have done it before, then you think about, I've now to add some discount groups. And I have to say to you, no, you only have to add here in supplier, then you can close it and go directly to the input of the hardware. And for this, also in the user database, you find here in the system input in special part. Here, the window hardware, and then the database of all your window hardwares opens. And here you see I've here something inside from decoining, from ESCO, and so on. And normally, if you start only with one PVC supplier without any window hardware, then it's empty here for you. And we see before in my window, I can take some window hardware from Roto, and so we also find this here. So all the window hardware is here, and now I want to show you how you can get also your window hardware here inside into LogiKal. For this, you have here on the right side a special button, the import button. And if you tomorrow or in 1 hour take a look and you could not find this button, then there's one reason. For this button, you need in special module. The module is called the data import interface. And if the module is not on your dongle, then you can't use it. And if you want to use it, then call your salesman from Orgadata and he can help you directly with this. And if you then have the module, then you can click here on the import button, and then it's very easy because you get a file of your supplier, of your hardware supplier. In this case, the supplier Winkhaus, Marco, Sigenias, and Sobinko have special files. And in my example here, Roto has a normal Excel file here. And so we say, yeah, we have a type Excel file. Then you take the file where you have put it on the desktop or where else. Take here the supplier we have made before, the currency. Then you click on next, 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 and then it is imported here in LogiKal, and you can use it directly in the next window you want to construct. Yeah, and this takes perhaps, could take 10 minutes or 15 minutes, but you make it one time and then you can use it, and everything is inside of LogiKal, the articles, and you can use it and so on. So very easy, and I think with this, you are very flexible to use the hardware supplier you really want to use here. Okay, I think the first topic, we are ready with this. Then let's come to the next topic. And as we all know, large PVC construction needs the steel in the profile. And with this topic, we want to continue today. And of course, for this, you can rely on one important thing. The necessary steels from the system suppliers are included here directly in the data package. So you can start directly with LogiKal, import the hardware of your hardware supplier, and then construct the elements, calculate them, and so on. So you are very fast if you start new with LogiKal. But especially here for the steels, you have perhaps another supplier for this, and so you also want to that the profiles are on an extra order, or that they are calculated, and so on and so on. And so that this works also as wonderfully as you know it from the other parts of LogiKal. For this, I will show you how you can manage it. And for this, I've prepared here another project. Here in this project is a normal PVC window from the system supplier WK. And yeah, we say as a basis that we have created a supplier with corresponding price categories and so on, everything which is not new for you. And if you have this, then you can go here also in the user database and start by adding a new normal article. So, and here you only have to add, and then you can take in here the article number which you have from your steel supplier. Then take you can put in here the description. I take here the 4-edge steel. You can take here also the dimension or what you want, or what is in the catalog of the steel supplier, that he sees what you really want to order from him. So very important is the article type. There you take uninsulated profile, and then you can put everything in you want here. We to make it short, we only put here in the bar length and the PU size. The bar length is in this case 6,000 millimeters, and the PU size is 1 bar. Okay, then let's save it. And after that, LogiKal here, in my LogiKal, I've directly here the drawing. The reason is I've put it the profile here into for trainee this webinar to practice this webinar to in the German webinar, and LogiKal recognizes that I every time want this drawing here. So if you do not have it here, then it's also very easy for you. You can edit the drawing here and add the drawing which you have, which you get by DVG or DXF or something like that, and then you can edit here and you have it here inside of LogiKal. The very important thing is that you have to add here an hooking point, the hooking point 820, put it here in the middle of the top of the profile, nothing more to do, we go back and then you have it here inside of LogiKal. Again, saving, and after that you can close it. And LogiKal has now a new article in the database. But you want that LogiKal, of course, use this new steel automatically in the profile. That every time when you use this system of the PVC supplier, that LogiKal directly takes also this new steel. And for this, who's surprised? We go again here in the user database part, also in the system input, and here you can find in special function PVC steels. For this, we have to take here the right system, and now you see here all the different steels which are possible here in this system. Very important, the allocation of the steels in LogiKal is based on the geometry of the hollows. And these hollows, these different hollows, are here numbered, and the identical hollows are numbered then with the same number. So, and then you can take a look where we can find our profile 102312, and I've looked before and see, okay, it's hollow 6. We see it here. Okay, is it this? No, that's not the right one. I want to take this. Okay, where is the drawing? There's the drawing, great. So, and we want to add in steel for this special hollow. And the first you have to do is to check this box, don't update. This is important because you don't want to do this again after you've made an database update. And with this, no database update is for this entry here, and you can make what you want only one time, and it's for the next time it is here in LogiKal. So what do we see here now? For this hollow, the profile supplier has 3 different steels, but only the first steel is available. The reason is that the other steels are only up to a length of 1 millimeters. And with this function, you can also say, okay, till 500 millimeters, I don't want to use in steel. Till 1 meter, I want to use steel number 1. Till 1 meter 50, I want to use steel number 2, and so on and so on. So with this, you are very, very flexible, and LogiKal does the rest for you automatically. But what we want to make today is that every time when this profile is in an element, that every time LogiKal uses our new steel. And for this, at first, we have to deactivate the steel, because till a length of 1 millimeters, no steel is only 1 millimeter, so this is not taken into account. And then you can add here a new steel till 9,099 millimeters, and we take here the new article. We add here our new steel, which we have made here before. Then you can also add some screws and also the edge distance and the normal distance between the different screws. Then you have to say, okay, and the steel is now in this database entry for hollow number 6. And then you can save it. LogiKal gives you the hint that now no database update will go into this entry. You can say yes, close it, and now we want to see the result here. And therefore we go into the element, take here a deeper look in the section and see here now our new steel. I've made it in an other color and also a little bit thicker than the normal steel so that you can really see, okay, this is the new steel we have made before. And every time when you use now this profile or profiles with hollow number 6, then the new steel is used here. And from now on, everything is automatically, and I think it couldn't be easier here in this element. Okay, at this point, also this topic, I think very easy and very good. But we can now to another technical property of PVC constructions. And we talk about the way the frames and the sashes and so on are joined together. We all know that the profiles are slightly melted at the end, then put it together, and the rehardened plastic holds the corner together, and the whole window and the whole frame and the whole sash. And personally, I think that's quite a technical achievement that it works like this. And the frames hold accordingly for many, many years. And I think that's really, really great. But during the melting process, something is melted away from the profile, and it's not really good if the window suddenly becomes a little bit smaller. Therefore, LogiKal must take into account already this for the cutting process. But the question is, who determines how much this is? That depends, of course, on your machinings and so on and so on. And that is exactly why this is also completely up to you. Also this, you can make here in your own database, also in the system input, and you find here the system data. And if you are producing aluminum elements, then you know it perhaps. Here you can make very much things. And if you take here a special PVC system, as an example here, the Rehau Geneo system, then you have here an extra part, the PVC part. And here you can add how much the profiles should be longer. And yeah, you take here the dimensions, and every time LogiKal makes the profile longer. Then you say okay, and if you know it, you have also the other great possibilities which you perhaps know from the aluminium fabrication and construction, all the possibilities you have here also for your PVC elements. Yeah, so also this, you make it one time for each system you're using, and the rest is made by LogiKal automatically. In the next step today, I can show you a very great new thing. And this is about the surface of the elements. And you can sometimes, perhaps you know it, this is a very big challenge in the aluminum sector with the classic colors to find the right colors, but it's much more difficult for the PVC elements. The question arises again and again: what kind of surface, outside, inside, which color should have the base, the base profile, and which color or which entry I have to use here and for which variant in LogiKal. Not so easy as it should be, and for this we have made a new function here which make it very much easier. And for this, let's construct a new position. And therefore I take here an other favorite in the coining system. And yeah, today we make a very, very easy window. So with an easy turn tilt insert, and here you can see now the new possibilities. you can say here directly which finish you want to have inside, which outside, which body color, and so on and so on. And we start here with the normal traffic white at the inside. Then we want to have anthracite on the with wood texture on the outside. And then we can say, okay, which body color do we want to use here? And I say, okay, let's be normal, take the traffic white. And then you say, okay, which gasket color we want to use? And yeah, here as an example, we take gray. And if you want to say to take the same for the inserts, then you click on enter, like the body, and everything is easy. And then the element is here ready. Take the last profiles, and if you scroll a little bit deeper in it, you see really the surface of this element. Not only in black color, it's really what your supplier gives you. So very easy, and also a very, very great new function, which make the designing of your elements much easier here. And also you can find it not only in the quotation, you can find it also then in the order. The order is right, that your supplier sees, okay, which profiles you want to use. And LogiKal controls also if this what you chooses here, if this is really possible. So you can't make the things not on the right way, because LogiKal controls you. This possibility, I have to say, is very, very new. And if you can't find this in your LogiKal, then it could be that your database isn't already updated for this new function. But we are working very hard for it, that all of you can use it very soon. So can contact us and ask, when your system is actual on this new function. Perhaps I can give you information about this. Okay, new cool function, but the question is, what else is going on here in LogiKal for this topic? Till here, quite a lot, I would say. But you see great flexible possibilities regarding the steels and the window hardware and so on. And when it comes to the color design, you have great new possibilities. And I think, that's a big point. But you all know that it is very easy to construct the elements in LogiKal. With the windows, I won't show you anything new. But quick and easy is only the one thing. For the construction, you simply need to know what you have to enter, what profiles you have to enter, glazing, and so on. And the question is, can we change that? Perhaps I can show you how we can change that. Because we have thought we can all configure a car or a cupboard in the internet. But without having an idea how a car or a cupboard is constructed. And this is exactly what LogiKal can also do. The magic word here is the element price list. With this, the customer has only to call you, and everybody in your company can bring the element into LogiKal with a few clicks, and the customer can receive his quotation directly. And if the customer has placed then an order, the position is for your material ordering and for your production directly finished here in LogiKal. And if you do not believe me, come on, take a look here. We have here in function element priceless position. And the idea came very spontaneously. So I asked a colleague if he had such an element price list for me, but he had, but only with aluminium elements. But I can say to you, everything you see here with aluminium is also possible with PVC windows and doors. We now take this element. You can make different basic elements here, and then you have the possibility to to click here what you want to change. You can change the main data of the height and the width and the different inserts, or if you want to have here in special color. And everything which is here possible, you say which is here possible. There's no standard. Everything is up to you what you want to have. So in special color we want to have, you can say, okay, we want to have here insulation glazing. You can take here some possibilities which insulation glazings should be possible here. And yeah, come on, let's add here an add-on profile on top. Then you click on next, and you see then the whole prices, the additional prices for the different additional possibilities here. And when you're ready, you can finish it and you have very, very fast the window here in LogiKal. You can make an quotation. I can show it here to you. You can make the order, you can give it directly to the fabrication, and so on and so on. So there's no easier and faster way to make here in good order. Okay, therefore, we go outside of this. And if you think about, yeah, that could be great, then I have two little things to consider for you. Think about if you can display your price list in a paper catalog. If then there are no dependencies according to the motto, if this, then it has to be this, or then this could not be in this element, then you are very close to the LogiKal element price list, that this is the right thing for you. The second point is, my colleagues will be happy to help you with the setup and train you how you can use it, how you can set it. But, however, the main work remains up to you. For this, I mean the creating of the price list, to calculate the different prices, to enter all the elements, and so on and so on. But what is a one-off investment of time for such a great result? And after that great thing, I'm very happy that I can show you one more great thing today. And unfortunately, there's not enough time in this show today that I can show you all the possibilities in full detail. But I would like to show you some points. And one additional very important step to finish the window is the production. And yeah, we all want to have this very digitally and very easy. And this wish we can fulfill. But one thing after the other. If you have already a machine park for the production of PVC elements, then it's surely already common that you transfer the necessary data digitally to the machining center. I think that's a normal part. The possibility that the machinings are transferred by an NC code is certainly a normal thing. If not, in this case, the machinings in LogiKal are linked to finished machinings in the machine, and only the NC code is brought from LogiKal to the machining center. And yeah, it works, but it's not so flexible. If you have some new machinings, you have to put them into at your machining center. Yeah, that's not so easy. So, and we thought also about this, and for this, we take a new partner. The partner is the company Unilink, and with the partner Unilink, the complicated linking and preparation of the machinings is a thing of the past. This gives you the opportunity to continue the using of the freedom of LogiKal for your own and for existing machinings. LogiKal Unilink will take care of the appropriate transfer to your machining part, and you can sit back and relax. There's at this point no easier way here. And how it would be fitting if not only your machining data from LogiKal could find the way into your production on the digital way, but also all other necessary information. No problem, and you don't even have to leave the Orgadata world for this. With LogiKal MES, all the necessary production informations arrives directly at the right time, at the right place in your production, and of course, also back in the office. I meant here the production control and so on, every information you need back in your office. I would like to show you today all of the great possibilities in LogiKal MES, but we do not have the time for that today. But I can tell you one very big thing. With LogiKal MES, you can say goodbye to the paper economy in the production and say hello to the complete overview and a digital production here. Okay, enough now from the great possibilities you have. I think, yeah, I could show you today many great possibilities, and I hope that you get some new informations for you that you can start a little bit better today or tomorrow in your everyday life with PVC constructions and LogiKal. And at this point, the question to the colleagues, if there are some questions open, or yeah, Claudius, Dirk?
We keep answering the questions.
Yeah, thank you for that. And thank you for all of you to ask the questions. And yeah, if you have after the webinar also questions, write us. We will try to answer everything. At this point, of course, you have also the opportunity today that you can express your wish that you would like to be contacted directly after the webinar. So take part in the survey after the webinar. And at this point, I wish you a nice week. Stay healthy. Until then, see you. Bye.